Officer at the Hernando County Sheriff's Office. We asked you in today so we could tell you about an event that occurred last night. We feel like we have a hero here at the Hernando County Sheriff's Office. Deputy James Devorak responded to a residential structure fire in High Point, which is a mobile home community. When he arrived on scene, he found a mobile home completely engulfed in flames. He got out of his patrol vehicle to find some bystanders that were outside. The first set of bystanders that he spoke to advised him that there was no one in the mobile home, that it was vacant. And then a gentleman approached him and said that yes, in fact, there was someone in the mobile home. He quickly responded up to the mobile home and he heard moans coming from inside. So he approached the mobile home and went inside, even though it was fully engulfed in flames, smoke, and was able to pull someone out. I'm going to turn it over to Deputy James Devorak.
Unoccupied building, responded on scene. Once on scene, the residence was fully engulfed. I exited my patrol vehicle, and there were a bunch of residents on buckets across the street. I questioned them in reference to anybody being inside. All stated no, that the residence was unoccupied. I started to approach the residence, and a gentleman informed me that indeed there was somebody inside. I went up to the residence, heard moaning inside the residence. There was multiple explosions from inside the residence. I entered the residence. It was fully engulfed with heavy smoke. I could hear the subject moaning. I moved towards the sounds of him moaning, and reaching around, I was able to feel an arm. I grabbed hold of it and pulled it and exited the residence, at which time volunteer Deputy Chief Bob Canna assisted me in moving the subject to a safe area on the side of the property. There was multiple explosions at this time. I grabbed the subject around the chest, and he grabbed his legs and we dragged him up the top.
So were you basically blind in there, just going by sound?
Yeah, sound and feel. Yes, sir.
Were you standing, or were you on your knees, or
Kind of crouched down.
crouched down?
The smoke was just coming over the flames.
Do you consider yourself a hero?
No, sir, just doing my job.
Describe the intense heat and the flames. How close were you to the flames? How hot was it? Did you ever think that maybe, man, I better turn around and get out of here?
No, I didn't think I heard him, and I was just trying to find him. And, that's what I would expect from anybody.
What did he say when you reached him?
Excuse me?
What did he say when you reached him?
He was just moaning. He really couldn't talk at all. Once I got him out to the street, I kept pushing him if there was anybody else inside, but he just couldn't talk. The ambulance crew administered first aid, put him in, and after several moments I was able to question him, and all he could say was no. It was a big relief.
What was going through your head? You heard the moans. You're up. Home's fully engulfed. Did you just not even think twice and you walked right in, or are you looking for one area that might be better than another, or you just charge right in?
We receive a lot of training here at the office. A lot of that training teaches us to react. You know, sometimes you don't think, it's just all reaction. And that's just what you do. You react, do what you have to do. That's what I'm trained to do.
You know, in the public's eye, you're considered a hero, so how does that make you feel?
I don't really feel I am. I was just, again, doing my job. I wouldn't expect anything less from any other deputy on this department at all.
What condition was he in? I know he could barely talk. He was mumbling, but as far as injuries?
He was pretty hot to the touch, I'll tell you that. I know he had burns and a lot of inhalation burns. He's in the ICU unit right now, and he's being treated. This is full recovery.
Did you suffer any injuries, and how do you feel now?
My hand got a little singed, but I feel fine.
What did you see? What did you think? How much smoke was coming out? What was going through your mind?
Well, at that point in time, as I said, everybody confirmed that it was occupied. You know, people are away from it, and you just don't think about it, you know? You're relieved that, you know, it's unoccupied. I guess the stress level goes up a little bit when you find out that there is somebody inside, and then even more so when you hear them.
There were several explosions reported before and after you entered the building. Do you know what those were from, what caused the explosions were?
I really didn't, you know, I was just, I know they're heated with propane, and that, you know, kind of was a concern of mine. And then after we heard several more loud explosions once outside, we knew that we had to get away from the house as soon as possible.
Well, we got the report and it was intentionally set, and it's an arson investigation now. Any chatter, anything as far as maybe someone tried to set the fire to harm him, or did he try to set it to harm himself?
If he set it to harm himself, we didn't know that upon arrival. The only thing Deputy Devorak knew when he got there was that house was on fire, and he reacted appropriately to get inside and get the occupant out.
So it's a possibility that maybe he did set it?
It is a possibility, but we don't know that. The fire marshal's office is investigating that.
Deputy, can you tell us a little bit more about your background?
I actually worked for the Teamsters for almost 32 years up on Long Island, New York. Prior to retiring, I did an auxiliary officer with the Suffolk County Police Department. Then retired and came down here. I was always interested in law enforcement. I went to the academy. I really loved what, you know, I experienced there. And shortly after graduating, I was contacted by Hernando, several others, but I wanted to work for Hernando.
Why?
My parents lived here. I was familiar with the area. I liked the area. My father just was in love with this agency.
The guys with the High Point Volunteer Fire Department, they're saying if it wasn't for you, this guy wouldn't have made it. I mean, they're convinced of it. They're proud of you. They're calling you a hero. They're praising you beyond belief. What do you think of that?
I just reacted. I guess I was first on scene. I did what I'm trained to do. I don't think any deputy on this department would have done anything differently. I was just doing my job, what I'm trained to do. You know, if you know somebody needs help,